Uh, and I'm listening to some audio right now. There is, they're still working to get people out of a mall in Greenwood, Indiana, mall shooting. I'm listening to the scanner now. It sounds like they're trying to get people, rest of people out of the mall. Not everybody's out yet. Unreal, man. I just put a video out about 30 minutes ago stating that I bet they'll put there will be a rampage shooting, rampage killing before Wednesday's marking up of the HR 1808 bill. And of course, here we go. It's happening today. Today's Sunday right now. So I'm trying to pull some information up on that right now. Let's see. 2 dead, multiple people injured. Not an ongoing threat. The shooter is dead. No motive. Before 6 o'clock today, shots fired at a mall inside the Greenwood, Indiana mall. 2 people dead. Multiple people being treated. Unreal, man. Still no motive. I'm listening to a scanner, guys, and I can't put it in here for the audio, so my apologies. It does appear that there's no threat to anyone else, that the shooter has been neutralized. Yeah, gosh, unbelievable, man. I'm so tired of this crap. So predictable, man. So at this point, again, 2 dead. They say multiple deceased, but at this point, there is no data on that right now. So stand by on that. Really very vague on that as far as what's out there. Man. Again, stand by. Try to find some other information on it if I can. It's apparently this is so new that there's not a whole lot that's out there. Again, 2 dead, a number of people injured. Wow. Let me try to get, okay, here's another update. Let's see. No one's arrested yet, but the shooter apparently is deceased. I honestly, at this point, don't know if the shooter was shot or if they took their own lives. Sound like it was all in the food court area of the mall. And I'm going to take the video down that I put out about 30 minutes ago. I put a video out saying that it wouldn't shock me if we got hit with another mass shooting, so to speak, rampage killing before Wednesday when HR 1808 is supposed to be marked up. I was not trying to put out a prediction that I wanted to come true, of course. My guess is this is definitely going to be an AR-15. Not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but come on, guys. This is so damn predictable at this point. It's likely going to be an AR-15, so that it makes the case on Wednesday. Again, the 2 deceased on the scene. I don't know if the shooter. Yeah, I'm just not sure if the shooter is the one that they're counting. Okay, guys, that's pretty much all I have right now, and I apologize I don't have more because this is so new. Here's another organization with a live feed. Let's see. I'll give you the website. It's live. Where is it? WTHR. Excuse me. WTHR.com. WTHR.com. I don't know if that's a local affiliate in that area. It appears it may be. There is a local live feed from the mall. Wish I could show it to you guys. Okay, let me read you what I see right here so far. Police are investigating a shooting at Greenwood Park Mall, reported shortly before 6 p.m. Sunday. Right now is 7:15 Central Standard Time. I don't know what they are over there. Police confirmed 2 dead and 3 others wounded in the shooting. The shooter has died. It is not clear if the shooter is included in the 2 dead or an additional death. Multiple people are being treated at area hospitals, but they said 3 wounded, but multiple people are being treated at area hospitals. I don't know. Again, this is all so fresh right now. People inside the mall at the time of the shooting told 13 News reporter Logan Gay that they heard 20 gunshots in the food court. IMPD said it appears shots were only fired in the food court area. I mean, this may not be a, quote, mass shooting. It may be another one of those gang type shootings where some, rival people are mad at each other. People inside the mall at the time of the shooting told, I'm sorry. First responders are still clearing the mall. I mean, you got to figure if 2 people are dead, 3 are shot. That almost sounds like it's more specific that they were shooting at people, because a rampage shooter, unless he only had 5 rounds or 10 rounds even, likely would have hit more people than that in a food court at its peak time during supper time area. Multiple police units are going through the mall to make sure there are no people wounded or still suffering. Let's see. That's all I've got right now, guys. I apologize for not having more information. I am looking at the WTHR.com website right now. Again, I assume that's a local website in the Indiana area, near the Greenwood, Indiana area. So if you want to go there yourself and look at what I'm looking at, that's where I'm getting it from. It's pretty much just a raw feed that's pointing across the mall parking lot, and occasionally some people come on here and give an update. I do see an ambulance leaving the scene right now. No lights on, so either it's got nobody in there or the person is deceased. Yeah, that's pretty much it right now, guys. I apologize, I don't have more information, but it does appear that very, very, very fluid. Yeah, there's just not much information out, guys. It says, according to WISH TV, says an eyewitness tells News 8 that a Good Samaritan shot and killed the shooter. So this may be something that gets swept under the carpet really fast. If a Good Samaritan, an armed good guy Samaritan, actually shot this person at the Greenwood Park Mall, there's a very good chance this story will disappear quick, and your wackos on the left will not be able to use this leading into Wednesday. They'll use it as a mass shooting, so to speak, but they won't want to talk about it because this is clearly, again, this is an allegedly right now, an eyewitness tells News 8 that a Good Samaritan shot and killed the shooter. That also may be contributing to the low body count. I'm not saying 2 people is okay to shoot or to kill. Unfortunately, 2 people have lost their life. 3 shot after that. But is the Good Samaritan, in this case, somebody who was concealed carrying and just happened to wander upon the shooting? Or was it, again, like I said earlier, potentially a gang type setting where somebody else who legally was carrying shot them? Again, no motive is out at this point. None. Let me go back, and I'm trying to hit as much of these as I can. Three dead. So 3 people are dead now, confirmed dead. I'm looking now at, and one of you guys pointed this guy out to me. Where is his name? Agenda Free TV. That's a YouTube channel. I'm switching back and forth between 3 different people, and now Agenda Free TV is saying that 3 dead and 3 injured. This is according to the mayor, Mayor Mark Myers, in the Greenwood area in Indiana. The shooter, let me get this. Interesting. Again, guys, this story may disappear quick if it was a good guy who took this guy out. Three fatalities, 3 injured. The shooter's among the deceased. So that's why there's 3 deceased. 1 is including the shooter. He was shot by an armed individual. That doesn't tell us a whole lot. Could have been another person shooting back at him that he was in a fight with. Again, we don't know. They're still asking for information from anybody in the area on the potential shooting. So it does appear that all we know at this point, 3 dead, 3 injured. The 3 dead does include the shooter. The shooter was taken out by an armed individual. They are not saying if it was somebody that was shooting back at them or if it was a Good Samaritan, maybe a concealed carrier, just shooting and pretty much neutralize the situation. And this last report is from the mayor of that area. No further threat. For sure, that we know that. The police are in control of the food court area in that area. Greenwood, Indiana mall shooting. I thought he was describing the shooter for a minute there. So somebody was wearing a ball cap, a tank top. No further threat. I'm going to try to set it up, guys, where I can put the information I'm looking at on my screen at some point. But this happened so fast, I just came running into my studio. I didn't have a chance to set all that up for you all. So I apologize that I have nothing to look at. Looks like we may have a press conference coming up. I'm right now still on WTHR.com. Again, WTHR.com seems like a pretty solid place to be pulling this info from, and it looks like they're about to have a press conference. So if you get a chance, go to WTHR.com and you can watch the on-screen press conference. The law enforcement officer is about to speak right now. I'll repeat what he says for those of you that are not watching the same stream. He is about to speak right now. Chief Jim Eisen from the Greenwood Police Department is on. At 6:05, an active shooter in a food court. Multiple agencies are on the scene. FBI, ATF, Greenwood Police Department, Johnson County Sheriff's Department, Indianapolis Police Department, State Police, Homeland Security, Fire Department, Sheriff's Department, Indianapolis Fire Department. They're all on scene right now. That's who all is contributing. Again, one shooter, adult male, no identification yet, no motive yet. He had a rifle with several magazines, entered the food court and began shooting. 5 victims. 4 have died. 2 are at Eskenazi Hospital. No update on their conditions at this point. Again, 4 deceased. They're saying a good Samaritan who was armed watched the shooting and shot the shooter. This story will get buried. This story will get buried. Six total. So 4 deceased, including the shooter. 3 people who were shot and killed. 1 person also dead who was a shooter. And 2 other people shot but still alive at the hospital. Again, this was from a Good Samaritan who was in the area, who was armed. And the Good Samaritan is the one who took the gunman out. They're saying it was a rifle. They're not saying what kind of rifle. I want to repeat this. Having been ended, this situation ended by a backpack left in the bathroom. Could have been somebody who ran whenever the shooting started, or it could be the shooters. Who knows? They haven't confirmed that yet. I'm telling you guys, when I said earlier, I put a video out about, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour ago. Hang on a second. The Good Samaritan is cooperating fully. So it sounded like a regular guy took him out. This story will get buried. They will use this to inflate their statistics. And it was a handgun by the Good Samaritan, naturally. So it sounds like it was a concealed carrier who took this shooter out. And the shooter had a long gun. I put a, not meaning anything really by it, other than the weirdness of shootings taking place right whenever bills are going to get looked at. And I had mentioned about an hour ago, I put a real quick video out as I was sitting outside drinking a beer and eating a little bit of barbecue, that I meant to say in my video earlier that with the Wednesday marking up of the HR 1808 bill, don't be surprised if there's not a, quote, rampage killing that happens between now and Wednesday. Wasn't expecting this to happen tonight. So I got notification that there was one, came in here, started looking at it, and it does appear that it was a Good Samaritan, according to the police chief right now, that took this shooter out. So this will be buried, because what this does is this enforces Bruin, the Bruin decision by the Supreme Court. This is going to back up everything that they said. So now they can't use this because it debunks everything they've been trying to say, that everything else out there, no good guys with guns ever stop crimes, which they do thousands of times a day, or excuse me, a year, millions of times a year, I think they say. So while the left was probably high-fiving each other whenever they heard there was some kind of a mass shooting, now they're sweeping under the carpet. You're going to see maybe a couple of blips on the radar screen on Twitter tonight, but not much, because this is not interesting to them. They don't like the way this ended, so you will not see much on this at all. I'm still bouncing around trying to get some information on this. Let's see here. It's sad, man. Again, 4 dead, including the shooter, who was shot by a Good Samaritan in Greenwood Park mall shooting. Shooter had rifle with multiple magazines. 2 others are being treated at the hospital right now, and it appears a Good Samaritan is, again, the one that neutralized this and shot the mass shooter. So again, guys, I mean, this is a win for people in one way, but it's a huge loss because there are families dealing with missing family members tonight. And this is so sad, man. Thank God there was a Good Samaritan out there who apparently was a concealed carrier. It is confirmed that he had a handgun. Again, likely he was a concealed carry permit holder in Indiana, and witnessed the shooting as it was taking place and immediately neutralized it. Thank God for him. Can you imagine? 3 were shot. Of course, there are 4 dead, but that includes the shooter. So 3 dead, 2 wounded, so 5 total shot. Imagine how much worse that would have been, because they are saying this guy had a long gun and multiple magazines. They do not have a count on magazines right now. 30-round magazines are legal in the state of Indiana, so more than likely he did have 30-round magazines. I don't know if the 2 were additional to what he had, or it looks like he had at least 60 rounds with 2 magazines. So if this person had not been on scene, this Good Samaritan who was carrying a firearm and neutralized this after he shot 5 people, then it could have been a whole lot worse. Again, they're going to want to use this. The anti-gun left is going to want to use this because again, we don't know what kind of long gun it was right now. We know it was a long gun, but we're not sure if it was an AR-15. That's what they want. That's what they need. The left needs this. Again, they're hanging on with this one right now. They're wanting to dismiss it because the Good Samaritan ended it, but they're still wanting to use this to pump their stats up. So let's see what kind of gun it was. We'll hear later tonight, I'm sure. But the fact that he had, again, multiple magazines tells me that there's a very good chance that this body count could have been really horrendous had, for some reason, we had way more opportunity for him to shoot other people with multiple magazines. Thank God for this this Good Samaritan. I put myself in this position because my wife goes to the mall, guys. And most of your food courts are kind of a center convergence where different areas of the mall go through it. So, I mean, if you guys are anything like me, I just picture my wife and my little boy walking through that food court whenever something like this is happening. I thank God that this Good Samaritan was there to end this. And I hope all the families that are there or had family members there also realize, I mean, this should be a lesson to people who are anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment. They should see this as an opportunity for a good person with a gun to end these types of horrible situations like this. I mean, the fact that we have 3 deceased puts a major black cloud on this, and I'm not happy about that, obviously. None of us are. None of us on in the gun rights community ever feel that way, but I'm very grateful that there was somebody there that was carrying. Thank God for that, man. Again, 4 dead, 2 wounded in Greenwood, Indiana mall shooting. Shooter had a long gun. They have not identified the long gun yet. Multiple magazines. Again, 4 dead. That one of those 4 is the shooter who was shot by a Good Samaritan who was carrying a handgun at the time. 2 are wounded at a local hospital. They have not described what kind of condition they're in. But again, we do see at this point there were 5 total shot, with 3 being killed and 2 being wounded. Stand by 1 second. Same information I just put out, nothing new. Although it's a fluid situation, it doesn't appear that much more is going to come out on this, simply because the situation was ended so fast by a Good Samaritan carrying a handgun. So, adult male, the shooter, had a long gun, several magazines. That's it. So pretty much the information has stopped, kind of dried up at this point. Again, not to be too repetitive, but the shooter had allegedly a handgun, a long gun. They have not identified the long gun yet. We don't know if it is an AR-15, AK, or what it was. It does look like it was a, quote, mass shooting and not some kind of a gang-related shooting. I mean, out of fairness, I want to be fair here. It sounds like this person just came in there with the intent to shoot people. And Good Samaritan ended that really, really quick. That's pretty solid. I mean, you have to put yourself in that Good Samaritan's shoes and realize that when you're in a situation like this and you start seeing something like that, it's so out of the ordinary, even though you see it happening, it's so out of the ordinary to actually see that happening that he may have watched this, the Good Samaritan I'm talking about, for a good, 15, 20, 30 seconds before he realized this is really happening. I got to end this, because your mind is telling you this ain't happening. Wow, what a crazy situation this is. Thank God again for that Good Samaritan. We are very, very lucky for that. And the police scanner is pretty much quiet right now. Not much going on. Again, tons of law enforcement, investigators all over that mall right now. But it does look like everything is pretty much ended. They're just gathering information right now. Guys, I'm probably going to get off of here because, hang on 1 second. I'm just trying to find some other information. I want to get the description, if possible, of the firearm. Because again, if I did not mention it already, I had put out a video a little over an hour ago, right on the heels of my HR 1808 video, saying that it wouldn't shock me if between now and Wednesday, when they mark up HR 1808, that we have a rampage killing, some kind of a shooting. I wasn't trying to predict this. I was just saying that it seems really opportunistic that this continues to happen every single time there's a major event about to take place, like voting on a bill or something. And I said that the only way I felt like this could get pushed through was if we had something like this actually happen. And here we go. Right as I'm putting the video out, people are commenting on the video saying that something just happened in Indiana. So I hurried and pulled this up. And at this point, this is, again, all I know. Still no information on the firearms, the defensive firearm or the one that was used to shoot people. Yeah, they're just saying a long gun right now. Yeah, that's it. There's no other information on that right now. I would say hang on, guys. With it being a super fluid situation, more stuff is going to come out. The only things we really don't know at this point is the weapons have not been ID'd yet. The weapon in the actual offensive shooting has not been ID'd, except for the fact that it's a long gun, and the weapon in the defense of it, where they took the active shooter out, that has only been identified as a handgun at this point. And they're calling the shooter that had the handgun that neutralized the situation a good Samaritan. If law enforcement is comfortable calling him a good Samaritan, there's a very good chance that he's not a gang member or an illegal prohibited person, if you want to call him that. So my guess is they say that he is cooperating, the guy who neutralized the situation, the one they're calling the Good Samaritan. They have not named the Good Samaritan, but they say he is cooperating. So that tells me that it's a very good chance that he is a concealed weapons holder, or it's very possible he's an open carrier. Either way, he does appear to not be a criminal of any sort who took the shooter out. Again, that's all that I have right now. And I'm trying to, where I'm getting a lot of my information from, guys, is the website WTHR.com, WTHR.com. It appears to be a local affiliate in the Indiana area, Greenwood, Indiana. So maybe go there and take a look at it. It seems like a lot of information is coming out of there right now. Let's see, 3 fatalities, 4 total if you include the shooter, and 3 others injured. I heard 2 others injured. I don't think the 3 is right. Maybe another person died and they took that out of the injured and put it into the deceased. The shooter is among the deceased. He was shot by an armed individual. They're still asking if you have any information to please contact the Johnson County Dispatch at 317-346-6336. So if anybody happens to be in that area and has any information regarding this situation, it is extremely fluid right now, and they would certainly like to have more information if you guys might actually have it. So what a horrible situation on Sunday, man. Again, the politics of this, there's always politics of it. So I apologize if it appears I'm making it political, but it is political because it's being made political by other people. This would have been used to promote the Wednesday marking up of the bill. Do not be surprised still if you don't see we've got Monday and Tuesday and the rest of Sunday. We know Sundays get kind of crazy in some of these communities out there. Do not be surprised if the rest of the evening today, Monday or Tuesday, that there is still an additional shooting of some sort that is classified as a rampage shooting with an AR-15 or an AK-47 that can help give some fuel to the people who want to push through this anti-gun HR 1808 that they're wanting to push through on Wednesday. They're wanting to mark this thing up and start talking about it to try to get an additional assault weapons ban in. And this is what I talked about earlier, that do not be surprised if we see something like this, because it's been so opportunistic every single time there's something that is going to be talked about. Whenever Joe Biden was trying to push everybody to support his anti-gun bill, what did we get? What did we get? We got a bunch of shootings. We got a whole bunch of shootings. We got Buffalo. We got Uvalde. We got Highland Park. Highland Park, of course, came after the bill was signed into law, so I'm not trying to be deceptive there. But this is just, yeah, this is very unfortunate, very unfortunate. If you have to look, you guys that know me know that I'm a glass half full kind of guy. My heart goes out to the people who were killed, not the shooter. Glad he's dead. But the people who were shot, the innocent folks, my heart goes out to them and their families. That's a horrible, horrible thing. But thank God for the Good Samaritan, the armed shooter who was on the scene and took this killer out. Now we don't have to waste tax dollars on this killer. We don't have to feed him. We don't have to clothe him. We don't have to house him. We don't have to have some lengthy trial that cost taxpayers a ton of money. This was ended quickly. And again, other than the cost of burial, it appears that the taxpayers are off the hook on this one. So I can honestly tell you that I don't feel bad for the shooter in this case. I'm sorry, I know that's cold, but anybody that would seek to take anybody else's life, I've got no use for them. Glad the guy's gone. And again, it was a male. I'm pretty sure they said a white male. Long gun, multiple magazines on the scene. They have found a backpack in the bathroom, but in all honesty, guys, it's very possible that once the shooting started, that somebody may have been using the restroom in the bathroom and might have just bolted out of there, or even got evacuated before they had a chance to grab their backpack. So it's not to say that that's the shooter's backpack, but it could be. It could be. Let's see. Yeah, again, it is looking like I don't want to say a random shooting because this person went there with the intent apparently to kill people, but they're not talking about motive right now. From all the reports that I'm seeing right now, it was randomly shooting people. In other words, it didn't look like he sought specific people out in order to shoot them. It seems like these were just random folks that unfortunately were there. And then the Good Samaritan took him out before anything else could happen. So long gun and multiple magazines is all I'm hearing, guys. No other data coming in right now, folks. Nothing. There's really nothing. Again, one of the main websites I'm looking at is WTHR.com. Again, WTHR.com, and it does appear to be an NBC affiliate. They've got live updates going on right now, but although it's a fluid situation, it does not appear that there's any real information coming out right now. Let me refresh this and see if there is anything else. Yeah, that appears to be it at this point, guys. I don't have any other information. Again, guys, my thoughts and prayers go out to the families and, of course, the victims and anybody else who, had to suffer through this and see this. What an awful, awful thing. I would It looks like, according to this, that it's 7:46 right now, my time, Central Standard Time. It appears that, from what I'm reading right now, that there's going to be an update in another about 45 minutes. So if you guys want to tune in to, again, possibly, let me get back to it, WTHR.com, WTHR.com, again, appears to be an NBC affiliate. Check them out in about 45 minutes, which would be about 8:30 my time, Central Standard Time, whatever your time is. Apparently the local law enforcement is going to make another update. I'm going to get off of here, guys. I know I'm probably boring you all right now because I just don't have any other information, but I want to do a really quick live stream so you guys know what's going on. I'm going to go back and delete the video that I put out an hour or so ago, because again, that video was saying that I thought that there would be a mass shooting before Wednesday's marking up of the bill. And I just don't want, I think that now it looks like it's insensitive for that video to be out there. So I'm going to get off of here, go delete that video, and definitely say a prayer or two for the families and the people who are dead. And of course, those that are wounded that are still alive. There are 2 wounded right now in the Greenwood, Indiana mall shooting. Again, one last update for those of you that are just getting on here. A shooter went to the Greenwood, Indiana mall shooting. He had apparently a long gun with multiple magazines. He shot a total of 5 people. 3 he killed, 2 he wounded. A good Samaritan who had a handgun, who was in the food court, witnessed the shooting, shot the killer, killing him also. And that's how he's being described as a good Samaritan. Again, I don't think it was just a random, another guy maybe he was shooting at. It seems like it was a random guy that shot him, a good person that was potentially carrying open or carrying concealed, and took the killer out. Police are still in the area, but it does appear that everything is certainly a safe place now. So, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Wish I had more information, but I don't want to bore you guys anymore. That's all I have. Again, please go take a look at WTHR.com. And in about 45 minutes, you should have a pretty good update on that. You may see that on your local networks too, but I don't trust them. So you might want to just go check this place out. They seem pretty reliable as far as the information that they've had so far. So check them out, guys. Thank you for watching.